People very enthusiastic watching from the sidelines there. As you mentioned, it is a public holiday here in France, so people have to be particularly motivated to head out there to watch.
I think people coming from all over the country. I mean, not everybody is interested in the military parade, that's for sure. Everybody likes to have a day off work today, which is obviously Bastille Day, that's what it is. But many people would come to Paris and like to take part and watch this from the sidelines, many watching at home on television. There are events taking place in many towns, villages and cities around France to mark Bastille Day as well, with smaller parades, gatherings, barbecue parties. There are lots of different celebrations taking part today. This really is a coming together of the French people, a national day of celebration, if you like, to look at the French military and to say basically thank you to the French military for all they do for protecting us and protecting France. And I think that feeling that France is more and more dependent on the military today than maybe people used to think it was in the old days is becoming more apparent, especially since that speech by Emmanuel Macron last night, where he's announced a ramping up of military spending in the face of what he says is a growing threat, principally from Russia.
Some in France, some other politicians, opposition politicians, said that they were concerned after that speech, saying that he struck a very alarmist tone. Do you think that that's fair?
There are two reactions basically to this speech. There are those who say that France can't afford right now to spend more money on the military because the state coffers are empty, and it would be very foolish to increase the national debt by ramping up military spending. There are others who say, well, we should do that. We will have to find the money from somewhere. We may not have to increase the military debt, but we need to increase the number of military personnel and our capacity to retaliate because we don't have a choice. There are others saying that Emmanuel Macron is striking, you're right, a rather alarming note. But I think what the president has been saying is that it's time for us to wake up to the fact that life as we knew it, life as we know it, has changed. The period where our parents lived after the Second World War into the 1950s and 60s, where there was no real threat, is over. And that now has been replaced by a return to much more somber days where no one is really sure how things are going to evolve in the future. As we've been saying earlier on, war is on the doorstep of Europe in Ukraine. There is a war going on in Gaza right now that doesn't seem to be coming to an end anytime soon. There have been bombing raids against Iran. There is also the threat from other countries around the world, notably North Korea. There is a lot to be concerned about. And I think that is the call from Emmanuel Macron. There's no direct threat to France right now, but he's saying if we neglect the fact that we have the armed forces, if we don't make the necessary investment now that we should be making, we should have made already, then we are going to open the door to more problems in the future. For the time being, things are okay, but we shouldn't just sit back and take it for granted. We need to be very careful.